Good morning. These are your announcements for the week that ends on September 20th, 2020. You'll note as you look through the announcements that all three of them have to do with getting you started in the drafting process for the essay project that we've been working on now since the beginning of classes, back about a week and a half ago. Number one, read over the essay guidelines for the Where the Known Meets the Unknown essay project. I've included the URL that you could get to the guidelines with here. This is the one that says https://docs.google.com. Otherwise, there's also a course link that will take you to where a copy of the assignment is posted. I'm going to use that course link right now. The name of the assignment comes from the fact that, as you should remember from the CARS model, most scholarly writing works by pointing out what's already known in the field and then pointing out what's unknown in the field and positioning itself in a place that allows it to start by filling in some of what's unknown. Thus, the where the known meets the unknown thing. In any discipline or subject area focus, the written research being published is designed to help the field progress by acknowledging what is already accepted in the field and then addressing what professionals in the field are still trying to understand. What complicates this is the fact that the published writing of the field is usually produced by and meant for professionals who are themselves publishing in the field. This results in a form of communication with its own rules, its own expectations, and even its own language. For this essay, you will select a relatively recent research article in your field, written and published in a scholarly academic journal in the last 5 to 10 years. And by demonstrating how that article does what all research articles do, translate it so that a non-professional can read and understand it. You notice the word translate in quotation marks because we're not translating from a different language per se, but what we are doing is explaining what's going on in that article in a way that makes it easier for somebody who isn't a practitioner of the field to understand it. Use the following questions to get started, but do not attempt to write your draft by simply answering the questions and listing your responses. Use only the most applicable of the questions to write your essay, and assume that you'll have to reorganize your responses as you draft and revise. Those questions include: who is the author? What are his or her credentials? So you'll be doing some Googling here of the author or authors' names. What is the title of the article and what does it tell you about the article's purpose? How does the article establish the current state of the field? How does the article review prior research? What's important about the focus of the article to the field? How does the article establish its niche? How does the article occupy the niche? And last, how does the article persuade its reader to accept it? What support does it use? What research has been done? And how does what is in that article reflect the research that the author did? To look now at length and formatting guidelines, we want this to be at least 4 pages long, although to be safe, I would recommend ending up somewhere on page 5. Double space it, make sure that the font is 11 or 12 point, and I say APA here, but because this is the first assignment we'll be doing, I'll go a little bit easy on that. Just focus on doing the top 3 bullet points, and actually you're most of the way to APA form anyway. The last 2 pieces of information I've got posted here are just there to make sure that you know when things are due. I did have quite a few people who were worried that something was going to be due at the end of last night, but as you can see, it's not. Our draft will be due at the end of the day on Sunday the 20th, and then the final will be due a week from then on Sunday the 27th. To transition back to our announcements, the next thing to do after reviewing that assignment is to actually go out and find the scholarly research article. I took some time at the end of last week to make a video for you to walk you through the steps of finding a research article through the ECC databases. I can't stress enough that you need to go through the ECC databases. Trying to simply do this by Googling research article along with whatever your chosen discipline is going to be difficult because it's probably going to turn up a lot of red herrings or things that simply don't fit the purposes of our assignment. So go through the ECC databases, watch the video, follow the steps. It's just going to work better for you. And that number three really is the most self explanatory thing. Actually, write up the draft of the essay. When you finished writing the draft, post it to two places. Upload it to the assignment Dropbox, where I'll do my corrections of it for you, and that'll be private. Only you and I can see it. But after that, also post it to the peer response read around discussion forum. And that's so that we can read each other's drafts, get some idea of what we're doing and how we're writing. And there are also some directions there that will guide you through the process of leaving some constructive criticism and feedback. So that last part of this is there so that we can all benefit from being in the same class, even though we can't all be in the same physical space. As the week goes on, I'll be posting more videos and other content, so stay tuned. As always, if you have questions or concerns, don't hesitate to email me, and I will make sure to get back to you as soon as I can. Although, a quick note with that, Blackboard messages work well enough, but I don't really get notifications on those except for at the end of the day, and it's hard for me to respond to them with my phone. So email is the best way to get a hold of me if you need to and you want an answer relatively quickly. With all of that being said, that concludes the announcements for the week. Have a good week. I'll talk to everybody soon. Get in touch if you need me.